offering them in adaptive pants as well as petite, regular, and tall. I gave my husband this for Christmas. Sean Pickford talked me into it. No, I'm teasing. Actually, he and I presented it on the air, and I'm like, that is the coolest thing. My husband, Mark, is going to love, love, love this. And it really is an amazing system. I don't know who thought it up, but it's brilliant. It's L39827. It's a multi-purpose 5-foot tie-down fastening system that you can use for cars and trucks and boats and camping gear and just hauling wood back and forth from the home store or whatever you want to do. But the price tag is a big deal, and it's less than $18 right now. Sean Pickford, our do-it-yourself kind of guy, is joining me today, and look what you just did.
Yeah, I took my LoopRope, got my little hand chuck out, so I put my little solar panel on my ladder that we're going to install up on the house, and I made one strip instead of two, because I got everything nice and safe and secure on there, and that's what it's about.
You know, we all have seen the bungee cords and stuff, and a lot of times they're only about this long, or if you get longer ones, you can only do one thing with it.
Right.
This, look at this. Let's just hold this up for a second.
Yeah, so this is 5 feet long. There's 10 individual loops, and you customize the length that you need on this. Like you said with the other bungee cords.
Right.
If it's too long, all right, you tried to wrap it around and still have, it didn't work. Didn't hold anything tight. So this secures your cargo or whatever it might be. So it's not going to move.
Right.
There's 2 stainless steel carabiner clips that you can put anywhere on there.
Super easy to use too.
Really. And they have that locking mechanism so they won't slide off. So it's not that big metal hook on those little bungee things that I've had them come flying off. So I caught one right between the eyes.
Oh,
so
you only do that once.
Yes, I learned my lesson.
That's right, exactly. But the whole thing is, what's the story behind this?
So my buddy Jeff Dow decided, you know what, I'm tired of having 15 different size bungee cords. I need one cord that's going to be able to adjust in length, hold the cargo in place, but be flexible enough that if I need to stretch it or pull it or adjust it, I can do it. And that's what this is.
Wow. I want to go back to the video because I want you to talk us through, obviously we're here in a studio, but I want you to talk us through all these different ways you used it.
Yeah, this is in the back of a pickup truck. So you can hold things down the barbecue grill so it's not flying all over the place. Was just talking to somebody in the green room. They had pumpkins in the back rolling all over. In your garage, you can have things secure in the garage. If you have a boat or an RV, you could get a few of these, tie down cargo, walk the dog with it, make your own clothesline. You can get them wet. If you know anybody that has to deal with ladders all the time, the biggest frustration is on and off the truck and tying them down. Even in the landscape business, holding all your tools in one spot so that where they are. When you're driving down the road or you're out somewhere, you want to make sure your cargo's not going anywhere.
Right.
This is a system that keeps everything in place, and you customize the length. You can get it wet. The carabiner clips are stainless steel, so even if you're on salt water, look at that, clothesline. I love this for the fishing.
I love this thing.
Yeah, because I never go fishing with one fishing pole. I always take 2 or 3 different ones, and I have them tied up different ways.
Yeah.
So now I have it up in the top of the SUV. I can take me and my buddies or my kids with me, and they're not banging, Dad, the fishing rod's hitting. You don't have to worry about any of that because you secure it. You could even hang your clothes on the back. So if you're taking a trip and you want to have hanging clothes, they have the little coat hooks. Just put them on there. So
I'm telling you, this is brilliant. And the whole thing is that every one of these little pockets, as I'm calling them, or curves, is where you can hook the carabiners.
Right.
So that's why if I want to hook it, you know, I just need a small one. Honestly, I could hook it right here if I wanted to and just have that much. Okay, or I could take it right down the aisle here in any one of these.
You can lock it into any place. You can put 2 or 3 of these together if you want to do that.
Now you've got that.
So I bought a cool gas can, at least I thought it was when I bought it. It was tall. It was 5 gallons of fuel I could put in it because I had a big yard.
Yeah.
Well, every time I put it in the back of the truck, I'm like, this is going to fall over. What am I going to do?
Oh my gosh.
So thank goodness I had LoopRope so I could secure it in there, but I only needed about 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
So this was perfect because if I needed 1.5 feet or I needed to tie down other things, I also like to get a huge Christmas tree every year.
Oh, you told me about this. Do we have a picture of that? I think we have a picture of your car with the Christmas tree on top.
Yeah,
Like literally, you could have sold probably 100 of these when you were at the tree place.
Everybody there, even the guys that worked there, where did you get those? Because they were trying to tie it down with string. I'm like, I have a 12-foot Christmas tree with a trunk this big on the top of my SUV. So you're going to see it here in a second.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, you just put that tree on top of the car and tied it down in 2 seconds. And I drove 15 miles down the highway. The tree didn't move. It was really easy because it holds everything in place. So I could make it as tight as I want. Everything was nice and secure.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do.
Wow, amazing. Is there anything I have to do to maintain this? I mean, really
No,
nothing.
I have one, and I don't have it with me, but mine's over 5 years old. It's a
Oh,
little
wow.
faded because I've used it outside on stuff. Right now, I have 2 of them outside on my deck, on the porch, holding down a tarp, and we had some horrendous storms the last few days.
The wind.
My neighbor's stuff was blowing across my yard. My stuff stayed right where it was supposed to be because I had a loop rope tying it down.
Smart, smart, smart. You know, you stack up your chairs on the deck, and then you hope that we had some deck chairs flying around. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
You know, but you're right. You got to just string them together, kind of thing.
That's what this is for. So whether it's indoor, outdoors, in your garage, the boat, the RV, you know, I know your husband Mark's like, okay, I know how I'm going to use this. I moved my daughter from here down to Dover, not too far, maybe 100 miles. But when I rented that, place from the rental place, they're like, oh, any strap will work. Well, no, not any strap will work because the spots inside where you could get through, none of the major ones with the bigger hooks would work. The only thing that saved me was I had 5 loop ropes.
Amazing. This is what you want to get, and get it while it's at this special low price, $17.98.
Yes.
Sean, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pat James Dementri is up next with Isaac Mizrahi. I am going to take a couple days and see if I can get this thing working again. Okay, the way it's supposed to work, and this too. Anyway, love y'all. Thanks so much for putting up with me when I haven't felt well. But I will tell you what, Pat's feeling great. I saw her earlier this morning.